A summer camp was hosted at a nearby ranch for kids to experience nature. For hundreds of years, the ranches owned the property and preserved it as it had historical importance in the Civil War. Over the decades, less and less parents were willing to ship their kids off to a Civil War camp, and eventually, the ranch went bankrupt and was claimed by the federal government. It was converted into a low-level prison camp. This camp was designed to keep adult prisoners incarcerated for crimes against children. This followed many law changes, covering predators from being departed in violent ways in the normal federal prison system. A few months after opening the facility, inmates began going mad. The screams one inmate kept reciting as he bashed his head on the wall. Staff rushed inside, but the man had already done too much damage to himself. It was a late night, many weeks later, when Warden Browning was making her rounds. This week had been a busy one. 8 deaths, all self-inflicted. The warden jumps as the loud echoing screams of an inmate being brutalized zips into the hallway. Her accompanying correctional officers rush to respond, clutching their radios as they sprint down the corridor. She began strolling in the same direction, making sure not to drag her high heels. "Oh my God," a female correctional officer says as the warden rounds the corner. As she enters the room, she sees a man's face ripped completely off. Pools of blood and random chunks of meat are spread across the room. His aggressor, hanging from a noose affixed to a sturdy top bunk of the metal bed, meat dripping from inside of his mouth. The warden raises her eyebrows. "Get a prisoner in here to clean this up. I expect your reports in the morning." She returns to her office, sits back in her chair, and works for a few more hours, where the officers produce their report and exit the room. She opens a desk drawer and peers down, looking closely at an image of a man who abused her when she was a child, at the old ranch the prison was built atop of. She slides the drawer shut and tosses the report in a paper shredder. She withdraws a pen, circling a name in an inmate list. Spirits escape from the dream catcher attached to the wall, as another scream echoes from afar.